What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 42 of the Taste Cast, our weekly podcast where we react to things, we watch stuff, we talk about stuff. My name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And a quick reminder to play Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, Amnesia Collection. Play those. Come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. We'll be talking about our experiences with them. Let us know yours. And Game of the Month is Overwatch. Play that, and we'll be talking about it at the end of the month as well. Hopefully we get a chance to play it with each other. We've been kind of slacking on that last month or two, but we're working on it. So with every Taste Cast, we talk about what we've been playing. I'm going to jump in first because I feel like I've been playing a lot of games that everybody here has been playing. So if you guys have also been playing them, make sure to jump in so we can save some time. First and foremost, the Battlefront 2 beta is out. I had no fucking idea. I was actually in the PlayStation store and fucking I saw it, downloaded it, and I don't like it. Did anybody else play it?
Nope. No, after my horrible taste with the first one, I didn't know this fucking thing was even going. So
Yeah, I didn't know the beta was happening. I didn't hear about it. I didn't see anything. Showy was going to tell me, I guess, but
Forgot.
I already, downloaded it.
it's forgettable.
And it sucks because just like the first Battlefront, I was really excited about it. I played the first Battlefront. I was like, holy shit, this is a free-to-play game. But it's not a free-to-play game. Like, it plays like one, though. And then I heard a lot of good things about this new one. And to their credit, it's got a campaign. It's got some co-op modes, split screen. It's got more stuff, more content in the multiplayer. I played it, though, and it still feels empty. I did not enjoy myself at all. And it's really easy to satisfy me in a shooter. At base minimum shooter, I'll enjoy for a certain amount of time. It's got to be like really in depth for me to keep playing it. But I was done after 2 matches. I tried to give it a good go. It doesn't even look as good as I remember the first Battlefront looking either. And they keep showing off like the leaves in every fucking map. Like every map's got leaves flying around the wind, which looks kind of cool. But like, I don't know. When I think of Star Wars, I'm not thinking of the fucking leaves blowing in the wind. I don't know. It's weird. Any anticipation for Battlefront 2?
No.
No? Well, sorry if I killed that even further. Also picked up Dragon's Dogma. We talked about that recently being re-released, $30. This game
re-released.
Re-released. I played it when it came out originally. I played the demo, had like 2 scenarios. Thought it was really neat, never picked it up. Been meaning to play it. Playing it again. The game's fucking awesome. I really suggest people pick this up. I think it's probably one of the better fantasy open world games that I've played in like the last 5 years. Really fucking good. Really fun combat, which is important. I don't even think about leveling in the game, which is crazy because in most games like this, I'm like constantly keeping track of my level going up and my equipment, which I'm keeping track of my equipment, but like I get so into the combat in the game. And it's funny, Dragon's Dogma literally was like they were watching Lord of the Rings and that scene where they're fighting the fucking troll in the Mines of Moria. Mm-hmm. They're like, let's make a video game of that.
Cave troll?
Yeah. They're like, let's make a video game of that scenario where there's people running around, jumping on shit, and everybody's just fighting. Like, in Skyrim, you're walking down the street, someone's like, oh, give me a wallet, and you fucking kill them in one hit. And you're like, what the fuck was your problem? You keep walking, later on they come back, they're in glass armor, same thing happens. It's just a little longer fight. In this, I was like, in the beginning of the game, I got my crew, I got Pippin, who's like this little short fat dude. He looks like Pippin from Berserk, if you've ever seen that. My guy looks like Guts. I didn't even make the character. There was just a dude who looked like Guts in it. I was like, I'm picking him. His eyes shut. He's got a scar. Looks like Guts. And then I got this pawn who's this weird little ginger dude with curly hair. Rook. And he's creepy. So I'm walking around with my crew, just like cruising around. And I run into a group of like 5-6 dudes, and Pippin, who's got a really high-pitched voice, didn't realize he'd be talking as much as he does. He likes to say a lot of things. He's like, there's some scouts up on the fucking hill! And like, I'm just like, what? And like, these guys come running in. I was in this fight for like 5-10 minutes. Like, people are getting knocked down, like getting it back up. They're hitting me. Fucking wolves are coming in. I'm fucking hitting them. I literally grabbed a dude and threw him off a cliff. Like, it was really weird. I hit a dog and he fell on his side on the ground, and Pippin ran up and like grabbed him.
Held him down?
And he didn't hold him down. He crawled on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was on him. He's crawling up him, and he started fucking hitting him. And I was like...
Taking the Hobbit thing too literal.
Yeah, I was like, what is he doing? I walked up and hit the dog too, and it's just ridiculous. Every fight is like this huge melee, which is
It's a
awesome.
fucking skirmish.
Yeah.
And it even gets worse because you can have 2 pawns plus, so you have a party of 4. And every pawn is someone that's been made by other people.
And you can hire them.
Yeah, they all have their own personalities. They all have their own knowledge of maps and quests and stuff like that. I've had my pawn come back because I slept at an inn, and that's when you access the server and it comes back. And I was like, hey, your pawn help someone out, and they gain this. And it was like, oh, they gain some knowledge for a foe you've never met, and then they gain some knowledge about goblins and stuff like that. And it's knowledge like the first time she fought goblins, she just threw whatever magic she had. But then afterwards, she's like, oh, and then after I killed a bunch, I was like, oh, she gained some knowledge. I was like, all right. And then she's like, oh, they're weak to fire. So then she gave all of our weapons fire boon. And then, so now she knows they're weak to fire. So now every time we see them, she's fucking throwing out every fire spell she has. You know, and stuff like that. That's
the game's full of ideas.
Yeah, and they learn where treasure chests are because, of course, they regenerate when you reload the game. And I was like walking around, and she was like, I think there's a treasure chest around here somewhere. And I was like, sure enough, fucking in like a little crag of a rock, because the whole world is very like detailed, and there's shit everywhere. You know,
yeah, it's a game you want to explore. I was fighting like some harpies or whatever, and one flew like low, and I jumped up and grabbed it, and it started just flying away. And Pippin's like, "Where you going?" And fucking, I'm just like, just lifting off, and it finally gets tired and just lands on top of a rock, which I shouldn't have been able to access. And I'm up there and I just kill it, and then like I'm looking around, I see a chest over there, and I run over. I'm like, "This is awesome!" Like it's just there's a sense of adventure in the game. The scenarios are cool, even like an escort quest where like you're moving the serpent head. It's early on in the game. You're going through this canyon just fighting all this shit, and like it felt like you were on a little adventure. Like I don't know, they just did a lot of really cool things with that game.
It's like a good escort quest, like,
which is weird.
Yeah,
it's weird for me to even say that.
Yeah, the Hydra fight was neat. Just you like jump up and you're grabbing onto their fucking head, and it's like swinging you around and shit.
Did you ever see a person in a mouth?
No.
Okay, so, and I should have saved it. I'm really pissed I didn't. I just made Pippin or whatever, and then the serpent fight happens, and he's a little baby, but he's a buff tuned baby. And
Dance like a man.
And I wish he had like tidy whities on, it'd be amazing. But as soon as the fight starts, I see everybody's running around like swinging and shit, and things freaking out. And I look over, and between just people running around, I see fucking Pippin, and he's inside the mouth of the snake. His feet are at the bottom, his hands are at the top, and he's like this. And he's fucking, just yelling. And fucking people are hitting the snake, and one of the 3 heads of the snake is trying to eat him and smash him. Like, how'd you get in there already? The fight just started. Did you snatch him up? Like, that's a small fucking morsel.
Jesus.
And I saw that, I started shooting fucking arrows into its head. I'm like, this is intense. And then it went over and wrapped around a tower and hung out for a while. I'm like, what's it doing? And then went boom, and just fucking blew up the tower. I'm like, this game's awesome.
Yeah, and then it fell, and then you're back on it again.
Yeah.
And then like it was like throwing me in the air and shit, and like as I was coming down, I was like fucking like catching it and fucking slamming it. Anything big you can grab onto. So like ogres, which are complete dicks, and they're just dicks. Whenever I see a fucking ogre, I'm like, oh, this guy. But because they will attack women first. And when they get low on health, they snatch one of your party and just run away. And they go over there and start beating the shit out of them. And they'll run back. Like they'll throw them on the ground and they'll run back. And so like half time you're fucking fighting, you're chasing them all over goddamn hell. But you can grab them and I was like on his back just beating the shit out of him. He like jumps up and goes and just fucking just spread eagles onto his back and smashes me under him. I was like, that was fucked. It took all my life almost. I'm like getting up. I'm like, this is crazy.
The game has so many weird little things in it. Like I was walking when we arrived at the castle with the serpent head. You know the chick that's with you, the one that's like we're going here, and you're like escorting them. I hit a button to grab something, and I picked her up over my shoulder, and she's just up there, just like. Just moving like this, and I'm just like, and I started walking, and she's just over my shoulder, and Pippin's just following me. I'm like, like, this doesn't seem right. Like, this is very medieval. Like, I'm just like, me, man, this woman. And fucking, I'm just like sitting, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just like spinning in circles, and she's just up there still squirming. And then she finally goes, and fucking shoves me, and she drops down, and she goes, and just shakes stuff off and walks off. I'm like, that was weird.
Yeah, because you can. I've walked into a battle one time. I went to grab a fucking bandit, and like, there's like a lot of times when your pawn's like, fucking arisen, kill him, or let him taste steel, and they're like putting him in a goblin and a fucking full Nelson, and you just run fucking go crack and
Like, finish him.
yeah. But like, I like ran up one time, I went to grab a bandit. I grabbed my pawn and I had him in the full Nelson. And I fucking panicked, so I hit square, which was attack. So I fucking kicked him in his back, and he fell on his face. And he gets up, he's like, arisen, and he grabbed a fucking goblin, and I was like, that guy was a man. Like, I kicked him and shit. And then like the grab mechanic is actually worth a damn because there's a bunch of undead like warriors.
I did that part. Yeah.
I just grabbed him and threw him over the fucking. It was literally a spiral staircase with a big long drop in the fucking middle of it, and like my whole crew was like fighting him. I was like, nope, and threw him over the edge. Nope, and threw him over the edge.
It's
and
satisfying too to watch him just fly off the cliff.
Yeah, I was getting like fucking experience and shit, and harpies just dragging you into the fucking sky is fucking scary.
I haven't had that happen, but they picked Pippin up and just flew off with him for a second. I was like, why?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to see that a lot in the game. I feel like I'm going to see Pippin just getting taken a lot.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of neat like the vocations. There's 9 of them. There's your standard sword and shield, but then that goes into warrior, which is a 2-handed user, which is
Josh
pure.
would never play that.
Pure. No, I actually don't, to be honest. Which is pure damage. I play a mystic knight, which is mixed between magic and warrior. They use big like tower shields and maces.
You can mix
Weird.
things.
In the capital you can actually change. So there's like assassin, which is a little bit of range and a little bit of sword and shield. So they can use sword, shields, and daggers and bows.
Well, I want to be a dude with a fucking huge sword, but also access to like daggers and my bow.
That's not gonna happen.
No.
You can just use a regular sword, but and a bow.
Not gonna happen.
But but I like I'll be able to cast magic on my shield. So when I block, if I do perfect blocks, it fucking shoots fire out of my shield and shit like that.
And shit like that. Oh yeah, one last thing I want to say on this real quick, so I want to move on. Is it's funny that like this is a medieval fantasy game, but it's made by Capcom, so it's very, very Japanese. And one of the things I thought was really funny is like a lot of the like scout moves or whatever look very ninja-like. Like you'll be swinging swords and you'll do a fucking roundhouse kick, or like I have a move now where he's like. And fucking wires go out to people's faces and you fucking pull them into the ground. I'm like, it's so ninja-like to me.
Right.
It is. That move's effective as hell.
Yeah, I love it. Anytime I got a bunch of dudes hitting him, I'm like,
drag them down.
and I have a move where I shoot arrows in the sky and they rain on them and shit.
Yeah.
The game's awesome. I think you should try it again. It's fun. It's good. It's good. And you bought it, right?
Yeah.
You excited to play it?
Shit. I'm just gonna make a pawn and call her Miss Cleo and send her off with you. I don't want her to come back until she has knowledge of everything.
Just get the game so I can use your pawn.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
So then I can just play the game and she'll be like, there'd be something over here. Look out for that undead.
Oh, one thing I really want to add. So when you talk to pawns, they have a sound bite, which is just normal male, normal female voice. Their true voices don't show up until after you hire them and they're in battle with you or they're just walking around with you. So like half the time I'll hire this like a mage girl and she'll be like, all right, Arisen, I'm with you. And then I go out into the world and she's like, get ready for combat. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then like, there's this big Gandalf fucking wizard and it's like, hello, sir. And I'm like, oh God, get the fuck out of here. So,
sir.
Yeah, so trying to find people that I like to hang out with sucks.
So you're telling me I can make a drag queen pawn?
Yeah, pretty
Probably.
much. Men can wear makeup and
Yeah.
all sorts of shit.
It's Japanese. They'll let you do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. Been playing Nier, hopping back into that. Took me like 40 minutes to remember what quest I was on and what I was doing. Outside of that, it was a weird quest. It's not a normal thing. I've been really enjoying that. I'm about like 2 missions away from beating the game. So I'm excited to do that because I need to do that before the end of the year because we do our games of the year towards the end of the year. And that's definitely going to be my top 3. Played Uncharted Lost Legacy. Been putting it off for a while for some reason. I don't know why, because when I played it, it's fucking amazing. If you like Uncharted, play it. It's also, I think, on sale right now. For
well,
like
I don't know when this releases, if it will be. But.
Yeah, but as of recording, make sure to check. It's on sale, cheaper than it deserves to be. Because fucking, you should buy it full price. Played Cuphead some more. We talked about it last week. Played it single player. Got the achievement for not getting hit once. That was awesome. Yeah. It's funny because I used the skill with the homing, whatever the fucks, and so I just held that down while jumping around.
Yep.
And I didn't get hit. Beat a boss. Beat all the bosses pretty easily. But me and you just slaved through that shit. So I got all their systems down. Haven't done anything new yet in the game. The game's still awesome. Definitely suggest playing that. I'd like to play with you some more. I literally just bought it just to give them money because I plan on playing it with you further. Yeah, realized that Forza Horizon 3, I had bought the season pass, so I've been putting off buying the Hot Wheels DLC for a long time. Realized I've had it this whole time. Played it. It's fucking awesome. It's really cool, really imaginative. They can make a whole game just off Hot Wheels with the Forza graphics. It's really cool. The first area is like Jurassic Park themed, kind of. There's a T-Rex on the side of the Hot Wheels track. And they say, when they're talking about, because you're driving and you see them putting down a piece of the track as you're driving towards it, they're like, oh yeah, we're still working at it. Don't worry, we spared no expense. So there's Jurassic Park shit in it. What were you saying?
I was going to ask if you get to drive the Ford Explorer from the movies.
Probably not, because it's all Hot Wheels themed. You drive the Hot Wheels cars.
But they could make one.
You could probably drive. I think there's probably a Jeep Cherokee in the fucking game.
Probably, and I guarantee somebody's done
the Jurassic Park logo
for it.
You can custom paint everything.
Yeah, and I guarantee it's there.
I guarantee.
Oh, the customization in Forza is fucking. That's their like thing.
I bought a fucking Scout, fucking International, and someone dolled it up to look like the fucking straight up like a mail truck from Canada. Oh and God. Like I like saw it and I like looked at pictures like this is the exact same thing. So that's like my fucking my livery for.
I'm just gonna come over and customize cars in that game.
You can absolutely go. Feel free.
Yeah,
it's got a really robust editor, and every time you buy a new car or earn a new car, before you pick the car, you can either pick a color for the car or you can go through what people have made, the top voted ones. And so when you buy it, it comes with that paint job.
Oh my God.
And people put them out. It's one thing Forza does really well is their customization and community aspects like that. They've been really good about that for a long time.
Wasn't that one cop paint job you had? It was like to something and swerve. It was like getting drunk or something like that.
Yeah, what was it? I don't remember. It was ridiculous though. And you've played the Hot Wheels stuff, right? You like it?
Dope. Yeah. Really neat.
It's pretty cool. And I think you said you do have it, but you still don't have Xbox Live.
I don't have the Hot Wheels one.
Oh, but you have Blizzard Mountain.
I'm pretty positive I have Blizzard Mountain, but I don't have. For some reason, it won't let me access it without Xbox Live. Either that or I don't have it, but I was pretty sure I bought it. So.
Yeah. And well, I don't know if they'll still be doing it or not, but I know they have some weird thing right now where you can play online for free. But I don't think it's gonna last very long.
Oh yeah, free weekend.
They did it in kind of unison with Battlefront 2's beta anyway, so probably a deal there. And last thing I've been playing, because I've been playing a lot of random shit. I also played Forza 7 a little bit more, the demo, because I still don't know if I want to buy it, but I don't know if I'm gonna because I've been playing Project Cars 2 a lot today because I bought a brand new steering wheel. That's really fucking cool. If you heard me talk about Project Cars 2 before, it's a very difficult sim racer with great AI, And I played with a controller and I was having issues with it to the point where I was almost like, I don't know if I should have bought this. Plugged that wheel in, and that game is not made for a controller. It's made for a wheel, and the game plays amazing. It's got cool fucking features, great AI, awesome weather effects that transition really well. We had fun kind of putting Chris through some scenarios where it would be sunny one minute and then a blizzard the next. We put the speed of the transition of the weather by 60 times. So by the time he's like, here it comes, it'd already be pouring on him. So that was fun. The feedback, it's funny because I'm more ready to talk about the wheel than the game. But the game's great. Just having that feedback on the wheel while playing the game just changes it for me. I mean, like, it's really cool to see racing peripherals coming back because racing games are coming back. For a while there, you couldn't get them in retail stores for like a long time. You had to order them online. Now they're everywhere. And it just shows that, you know, we got Gran Turismo coming out. I got the beta or demo of that downloaded right now. So I'm really excited to play that. Forza 7 is out. Fucking Project Cars 2, The Crew 2. I mean, there's so many racing games coming out right now. So it's an awesome time to have that wheel. So, yeah, really enjoying that. You guys also got to play it a little bit, Project Cars 2 with the wheel, blah, blah, blah. Any thoughts, impressions?
It was the first wheel I've ever used where I was like, this is a fucking racing wheel.
Yeah. I've used some chintzy ones before.
Yeah, like you get like $100 one or something like that. It's just plastic, and the pedals are all fucking. They're almost like straight up. So you fucking. I don't know. They feel they don't have a feedback to them. But like the brake pedal felt cushy. Like it felt like a brake pedal.
Yeah.
And like you could slam on it, and your car felt. You know, or
yeah, it's amazing that I'll be braking. I'm like, I'm not slowing down enough, and then I fucking go, and it goes, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, the gas pedal has good like force to it, so it feels like you're actually hitting the gas. The wheel's fucking scary because I remember for a test I went straight down a straightaway and I just let go of the wheel, and the feedback of it made the car spin out because it started to do this, and then I was like, well, then it's gonna go back, and if I went boom, 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 and it spun the car out, and I was like, well, that was fucked up.
It's scary too to have a physical thing outside the game going. My favorite thing though was watching Chris. His car was going out of control, and he let go of it, and he's trying to hit the pause button to get to the menu, and he's like looking at the wheel, and it's going just spinning, and he like puts his finger on, he's like. Just waiting as it's spinning, like politely waiting for that wheel to stop for him. I'm like, you got to get in there, man. That thing is fucking going out of control.
I'm going to lose my finger doing that.
It makes
fair point.
Straightaways scary.
Yeah,
because you literally feel every bump in the road. Yeah. It's amazing how much feedback you are getting back from the steering wheel, because it's not just like, yeah, it's just it shakes and fucking. You actually feel like you're fucking doing a 200 miles an hour in an F1 car down the fucking road. And it's nice to actually be able to play a game with a racing wheel that's fucking worth a shit. And I'm really glad that I get to use that one.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to try it with VR as well, because it works for PC and PS4. So I have VR for both. But like with the Vive, I'm dying to try that out soon. So yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Go-karts.
Go-karts, yeah. Chris is a pro go-karter. So if anyone out there who watches the channel is looking for a new driver for go-karts professionally, Chris would love to show you his skill.
I remember my dad bought us a wheel for PlayStation 1. And it was so chintzy. And it's no offense to him, it's just racing peripherals weren't good back then.
Yeah.
And it was super just plastic. But it didn't suction cup to fucking anything. It's base you put underneath your legs. And it had little flaps to put your legs on to hold it. It was like a fucking, like a...
It's a spinny cup.
A firefighter fucking steering wheel, a fire truck steering wheel.
A torture device.
And like... and like the wheels, the brake and the gas pedals were the exact same length. And they were literally like an inch apart. So if you went to touch one, you'd almost always hit the fucking other one.
Oh yeah.
And there was no, it was analog. So like, there'd be nothing, 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 and then you'd hit the floor, and then it'd go. Same with the brake. There'd be nothing, nothing, nothing. Then all of a sudden it was fucking maximum brake.
Well, just back then too, like if you played like a racer on PlayStation, you hit X, you drove. If you don't hit X, you don't drive. Whereas like PS2 brought in like that sensitivity where you could get some.
I remember specifically on like Gran Turismo 2, tapping brakes.
Yeah, constantly. Or even, well, I still tap brakes just to get a lighter, just a little bit of traction.
A smoother deceleration.
Exactly, thank you. But I remember tapping the fucking accelerator though.
You had to tap everything because there's no pressure sensitivity.
Yeah, it was really weird. But yeah, and then I remember you borrowed a wheel at one point, which the guy who got it essentially needed something that wasn't too crazy.
Well, he also said he didn't want to invest in something he wasn't sure he was going to use, so it made sense.
Which is fair, but I'm glad we actually borrowed that a while back to kind of get a sense of what that kind of tier wheel versus this one is, because that thing didn't turn all the way around, just kind of went left and right. And
no, it only had 180 degree turning versus 360, and then and no force feedback. So.
Yeah,
that thing has like fucking 720 fucking turning, because like
it's funny because you can turn it forever. It actually stops you.
Oh,
the
really?
Motors inside, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's I would say there's the cheaper wheels, and it'll have like 180 or 270 or whatever degree turning, and then like the nicer wheels, they get up there and they stop telling you the degrees, and they're just like realistic steering wheel turning.
Yeah.
So
it just kind of simulates it, because I turned it, I tested and kept going and just kept going. So
neat.
Yeah. What do you guys play?
Well, this is really easy. I was sick all week, and I can't play video games when I'm altered in any way. So if I've been drinking or if I'm sick or anything like that, I just don't play anything. So
I can't play games with stats and loot when I'm drunk. I'll play anything else though, and I'll play the fuck out of Call of Duty when I'm drunk.
I can't tell you how many times I've played World of Warcraft drunk.
Oh god, I'd never do that. I would never do that. I'd wake up the next day and be like, I fucking sold that?
Yeah. Well, and I'm afraid of that. So that's why I don't play games when I'm like that. So I didn't play anything until the day of recording this. I bought a Nintendo Switch, and I got the Mario Rabbids, I think it's called Kingdom Battle. And so far it's pretty cool. My impression of the Switch itself is it is a very neat console. I was, after watching all the advertising and stuff like that, and I've tried other people's consoles as well, but actually like getting to like spend some like hands-on time with it.
It's always weird when like you're at a person's house and they show you it, and it's cool because they're excited to show you it, but like having it and being yours, you can sit there and actually fuck around with it.
Well, yeah, and I have to say, it is nice to feel a Nintendo console that I actually I can't really find anything I don't like about it. I know you have issues with the controller. I don't have any issues with it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But you also have larger hands than I do, which might make a difference.
Palm, motherfucker.
So
about the same. I'm clammy too, dog.
Fucking A.
I love the specifically the seamless loading between docking and undocking the console. It just works instantly, which is great.
I said it before, I'll say it fucking a million times. That console is a genius console. Nintendo deserves props for that thing.
No, it's really cool. But that's the only game I have for it, and I didn't spend a lot of time on it. But so far, the game's fun. I really like how Ubisoft managed to make a tactical game, but it also has enough casualness to it that I think anyone could play it. So
plus, I love the mimic like Rabbids.
Oh, they're amazing. Yeah.
I didn't play the game yet, and I kept seeing like figures of them at like Best Buy, and I was like, I want to buy these.
Yeah, no,
they're just so ridiculous.
Very sellable.
They're just like fucking the one. It just even inside the box, like it's like when people see Minions, like, oh my god, Minions. I'm like, fuck, that's stupid. And then I see like these Rabbit dudes. I'm like, oh dude, these guys are so fucking cool. It's just like this dumb looking Rabbit dude dressed like Mario. He's just like, just like fucking cocky and shit. I'm like, what are you cocky about? I love you.
They're Minions.
Yeah.
They got a fucking Mario hat with rabbit ears on it.
They were Minions before Minions.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
fucking A, yeah. Minions ripped them off.
Yeah,
That's why I don't like Minions. Rabbits came first, and they're way better.
Other than that, I've been playing my mobile games.
So you are liking the game though?
So far.
Because that's like one of the ones that was like that's not quite a console seller, but it's a game I would be buying if I got a Switch, like day one.
I gotta get past the tutorial map because I keep finding treasure chests that have like equipment and like music stuff, like a bunch of stuff that obviously I'm gonna have access to later. So I can't give like a really solid impression of the game because I literally just started it.
Yeah.
But so far, it plays well. It looks really good. The map's a little linear. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, but like I said, it's also a tutorial. It's probably just funneling me the way it wants me to go. So I don't have a whole lot more other than that. So
tell me what I need to hear. Are you getting fucking Super Mario fucking Odyssey or whatever it's called?
I think anyone who owns a Nintendo product and doesn't buy the platformer that comes out on a Mario platformer that comes out on it is not,
because that's a console seller for me. I want that game.
I'm getting that. I do want to go back and pick up the Mario Kart for it, and just because Mario Kart's always fun.
Yeah,
and then
that one was really good too. I had it.
I never bought Mario for the Wii.
Who cares? Mario Galaxy.
I did.
Blah.
I never bought them.
It was okay.
People really liked it.
It was okay.
Blah.
The only one I wasn't into and people liked it was the one on GameCube.
Sunshine.
People loved it.
I
I never played that one either.
Yeah, I barely played it. I don't hate it.
I never played that, and it's because I was like, why the fuck's he got the thing on his back? But wherever the hell it is, was it like
Water
a water
pack.
thing?
Yeah, it's like a
then,
backpack.
But then everybody told me like recently, in like 2016, 2017, they're like, yeah, it was like Mario 64. I was like, what?
It was exactly like fucking.
Yeah,
Mario
I was like, what the
64.
fuck? Because I love Mario 64.
Yeah, and then you just there's filth all over the fucking world, and you use your backpack to clean it up.
Yeah, just give me Luigi's Mansion, I'll be fine.
You're the outlier.
He is normally.
What was
Yeah.
the other one I was going to pick up for that? Oh, I want to pick up Zelda as well at some point. So
It gets very annoying that your gear is constantly
I
fucking
hate it.
breaking.
I actually have something to say about that because that's part of my games that I've been playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I should
well, let's
probably
transition.
Okay,
You
so
already-
transition straight into Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. It is fun. I am enjoying it. I do have a few gripes, and I do not 100% do not think it is a 10 out of 10 game. First off, I'll go with my positives. The world's fun. It's fun to explore. It's cool. You can climb on fucking everything. It's neat how you can see there's 4 divine beasts you have to tame. Or you can just go fight Ganon just straight the fuck up. It doesn't really matter. But you can actually see the divine beasts in the world, which I think is cool. Like I came over this mountain, there's this camel just fucking stomping around the desert. And
Don't tell me too much though, because I haven't gotten that far.
yeah, that's fine. And so seeing them in the actual world was kind of cool. Places on the map you're not supposed to be, which is pretty rare in games now.
Yeah, it is.
Usually,
I miss that.
Usually everybody like levels you up, but I've wandered into places I'm like I shouldn't fucking be here. Just went and got my fucking ass wrecked. And I think the cooking aspect's really neat. If very simple, it is robust. And that's like cooking. You can give yourself extra hearts. You can give yourself more stamina. So as you're climbing, there's a stamina wheel. And if you're about to run out, you can munch on some stamina stuff and keep climbing. There's
Protein bar.
Yeah, pretty much. There's stuff that speeds you up, stuff that makes you stronger, stuff that gives you better defense, and you can cook all that. Just random shit out in the world. Grab fruits, grab insects, anything you find on the ground, monster parts, stuff like that. All go into the cooking, which I think is really neat. The weapons are very, very, very robust, and they need to keep that weapon system in. Like of course Gorons are in the game. Gorons have their own set of weapons. Mm-hmm. There's which have tiers. So there's like a couple different Goron spears and a couple different Goron two-handed swords. And having all those different weapons adds a lot of flavor to the game because you can kind of play it how you want to play it. Some enemies, if you're fighting an enemy with a spear, it's better to use a spear back at him because he has range, and it's nice if you have range too. Absolutely biggest complaint is your gear fucking breaks all the goddamn time.
Yeah, that was a huge turnoff for me.
To the point where it's fucking annoying. Like you can get like crazy good gear, and then in one fight with a fucking Lionel, which is the centaur thing, I've gone through 2-3 swords just
Easy.
fighting him.
Easy.
The guardians that shoot fucking laser beams will just destroy your shield in one hit if you don't parry them, which kind of goes back into a plus. The combat is as robust as you want it to be. Robust, I keep saying that, but complicated as you want it to be. There's dodging. If you do like a perfect dodge, time will slow down, and then you can go in and hit them with a flurry of strikes where they can react, or you can parry them, which will knock them off balance, and then you can go in and strike some more. You can throw shit. So whenever my stuff's really low, I mean, it's like, oh, your thing's about to break. I'm like,
Yeah, fuck this shit.
it does double damage. So I always just end it with that. But yeah, the world, as fun it is to explore, I can't tell you how fucking annoying it is that the temperature gauge is fucking like this constantly.
Yeah.
And you have to go into menus and you have to change your clothes fucking constantly. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm also not a big fan of this is just a personal gripe, but the map is detailed to the point where you can almost find whatever the hell, any secret just by looking at the map and seeing, because it's topographical. So if you're like, all right, I guarantee you there's something on top of that fucking mountain, and guaranteed in pure Zelda fashion, there's something on top of that goddamn mountain. So that took away a lot of the exploration for me, because when I unlocked a region via Assassin's Creed viewpoints, pretty much, I could just see in the map. I'm like, okay, there's something there. There's something there. There's probably something there. There's probably something there. So it kind of took away that the fun of like just wandering around and finding hidden shit. Two, the Karok seeds are fucking annoying. Everywhere I go, there's these little, I guess, mini puzzles. You know, it's like there's a ring of rocks, but one's missing, and that rock is over there. So guess what? You fucking
Put it back.
the circle, you get a Karok seed. And Karok seeds are, they increase your inventory of weapons, shields, and bows, which your inventory space is a fucking whole nother level of annoyance. And then to top that off, and this happens in every Zelda, and I get annoyed with it every fucking time. So whenever you're cooking something, there's a cutscene, you know, where you're just like sitting there waiting for shit to cook. It's like doot 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 doot, making noise and shit, and you can skip it, but skipping it takes the same amount of time pretty much as just watching the whole fucking thing. So, and you cook each dish by dish, so it's just like you're just waiting and waiting if you need to cook a bunch of shit. When you upgrade your clothes, you're waiting for them to do their fucking bullshit. When you upgrade your inventory, you're waiting for him to do his fucking bullshit. It seems like whenever I have to do stuff in bulk, there's a lot of waiting around, and I hate that. Just let me fucking go and make it once, boom. But that's a Zelda thing. I feel like I run into that in every fucking Zelda.
It's a story.
But yeah, I do enjoy the whole story of it. It actually has a story, has voice acting, which is done fairly well. I'm not going to say anything about it. It's a neat story. And I will beat it. Very fun game. I've sunk like 50 hours into it, but not 10 out of 10.
That was quite the review.
That was quite a review, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I've also been playing Yakuza Kiwami, which is just the remaster plus additions from the original 2005 release of Yakuza. It's a direct sequel, technically, to Yakuza 0. Really enjoying that. It's pretty much the same neighborhood that you play in Yakuza 0 is in this too. So I don't know, it felt like coming home. Like I was like, oh yeah, I know this place. I know, you know, there's a shop around here, blah blah blah. They did change it enough though to make it seem just a little different, but not enough to where.
Well, those games are supposed to be like it's an episodic
Yeah.
series anyway.
Yeah, it's his whole life. Still pretty decent. I think Yakuza 0 was a better game, but that's because I think Kiwami is held back by the kind of the archaic systems and stuff like that
Well, it's the original Yakuza.
Yeah, the original
Zero's the
2005.
newest one.
Yeah, the original 2005 Yakuza had bosses for one. Their mechanics were fucking awful. A lot of the time you're like sitting there and you have to run in, hit them twice, then get out of there, hit them twice, because they do the whole thing where they're invincible pretty much. You know, their poise is so high they don't fucking stagger.
Dark Souls reference.
Yeah, so it's fun. I beat it. I do recommend everybody play those games. I think they're really fucking good. And quick side note, the American version of the 2005 had Mark Hamill and Michael Madsen in it.
Mark Hamill's in everything. No one even realizes that he's in fucking everything.
He's literally in every single thing ever.
Yeah, but they re-recorded everything, and it's all in Japanese using the Japanese actors that they used in Zero. So that was good. And then the last game I played was Dark Souls 3.
Still.
Yeah, I re-put it in. I decided to play a different build, a different set of weapons that I've never played with. It's still fun. I use a spear in one hand and a great sword in the other.
Good lord.
So it's neat. I probably won't stick with the build. It was just kind of something to keep me going. Dragon's Dogma's out. I started that again because I did buy it for the original 360. But yeah.
Didn't you buy it for PC also?
Oh yeah, I bought it this 3 times, dog. I'm keeping Capcom fucking business.
Supporting that game. Yeah.
It needs to come out. It needs to have co-op.
Needs co-op, and I hope with the 3 releases of the game now they're able to make a sequel.
It's Capcom's version of Skyrim.
And
Not yet.
Better.
It has to come out on a
Getting
toaster
there.
first.
except
Getting
good.
there.
Except good.
Let's come out on calculators and fucking.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been playing.
Right on.
I have been playing Catch the Illness, so my sleep schedule is all kinds of fucking weird to the point where I don't know how long I slept the other day.
You're welcome.
Have you caught the illness, or are you trying to still catch it?
Oh no, I caught it.
Okay.
I woke up today with a sore throat.
How the fuck does the guy who gets sick all the time not get sick?
It.
That game sucks.
I almost never get sick.
Yeah,
So,
I get sick all the
I
time.
don't.
But
And I would say it'd be a weird coincidence thing, but Trishelle gets sick from everything, and she
You guys are gonna stop all making out.
don't tell me how to live my life.
You don't own.
I wouldn't stop either.
Not
So
my
I don't blame you.
mother.
You ate my mama and you ate my man.
It'll be both.
I've also been playing the game of Photoshop for school, so there's been a lot of hours put into that. But the real game that I've been playing is World of Warcraft. I got my Druid to 110, which is the max level. You get artifact weapons for each spec. I have 3 out of the 4 for Druids now. I did dungeon today. The tank left before one of the bosses was done, so I had a rogue, a ret pally, a warlock, and myself. And even with the gear that I had, which is not max level, I healed them all through a boss fight. Without even reaching half mana.
Sounds like it was a real hard dungeon.
Just hots everywhere.
I wish your character just did this.
Well, she's a druid, so she does. She's a night elf, so when she's
Does
casting,
this
she does this.
Crap. Yeah.
And then,
Oh, pretty close.
yeah.
Gross
So-
ass Nelf.
Everybody else was playing Alliance. I had to make an Alliance
Nelf?
character. Night elf. Nelf.
Oh,
I would prefer to be a
Night
belt.
Elf I'd like to fuck.
Oh, no.
There was no eye.
I made one.
It's not
Me and
Nilf.
Josh both made that connection,
It's not Nilf, it's Nelf.
and we're not wrong.
Okay.
That's definitely a preference thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't agree with that either.
I don't play well. I'm just saying.
But,
They keep their fucking turkey
I'm just
thighs.
saying. What?
Oh, they thick girls
Turkey
or what?
thighs, yeah.
They got thick
I'll
boys
show
too.
you later. No, they're all the boy faces for night elves are angry. They're just like very like serious,
They're blizzard
stern.
characters. They look.
Hey, blood elves are the best race in the game. They look fucking amazing.
I got a blood elf. He's pissed.
You made it wrong.
I made him right.
No, you
don't
made
make
it
things
wrong. Anyways,
Are they supposed to be happy?
no, not really.
I'm just like,
They're supposed to be magic addicts,
Yeah,
mine looks like he's
they're
a
junkies.
ex-junkies.
What? They still crave magic?
Yes, but they make a lot of jokes and references to the fact that they're trying to get off of magic. Like the males have a line where they say,
That's what all junkies say.
If I can quit smoking,
I'm cutting
I can
back
quit
from
magic.
like using arcane magic. Is look, I've got the patch.
Dorks.
That's why I don't play WoW.
And that is definitely the sign of a Blizzard game.
Yep. Oh,
Humor everywhere.
it's great. So yeah, I've been playing that, and I played HOTS here and there just to get my dailies in. And the Pachimaru event apparently is going on.
What did you just say?
Pachimaru,
No, before that.
HOTS,
Oh, what did you just
Hots?
Heroes of the Storm.
Hoss. Okay. Host.
HOTS, Heroes
Whatever.
of the Storm. But the Pachimaru event, which is Pachimaru is kind of like their new icon. It's like a little onion character. It's got a smiley face. It's like an upside down turnip, I guess. There's an event right now. It's kind of crossing with Overwatch. You go through the game and at the rest of the game starts, you open crates. It's just a mini game, but you do so many gold Pachimaru crates show up. You get rewards like icons and banners and shit like that.
Okay.
Nothing fantastically amazing. I think that's it, really. That and mobile games.
Man, you've been all up in Blizzard lately.
I have.
You mean of most 2017? I mean lately.
Actually, speaking of Blizzard, funny little story. I was playing Destiny 2, and I left that out on purpose. And
That's a good story. That's a good story.
anyway, one of the
You know what?
contacts,
Destiny 2 is really fucking popular right now, so say some good stuff about
and
it.
the gunplay solid, and the loot
It's true.
is solid. You are always creeping up. It never seems like you're creeping back. And I've just spent time in the first area. Anyway, one of your contacts, I was listening to him talk, and I was like, this guy sounds really fucking familiar. I was like, why does he sound like that? And I just kept hearing him talk. And finally it dawned on me, he's the Crusader in Diablo 3. And that's the only class I really played in Diablo 3 was the Crusader. So I listened to that guy talk constantly. So I was like, that's where he's fucking from.
You might like the Crusader and Heroes of the Storm. Joanna.
It's a MOBA.
She's the tankiest fucking character I've ever seen in my life.
I do like the Crusader in Paragon. Brownstone. Is that his name? Brownstone?
What are you trying to figure out right now?
I've been trying to figure out what their sub count is right now
I don't
for
know
WoW.
if they release that info anymore.
I can't find it anywhere. People are talking about it's really fucking low right now, though.
The game's hell old. It's only...
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because they fluctuate a lot. But
They always spike during an expansion. And
sure, but they're saying like it's really low now. Like people are worried it's going to go below 3 million.
look up census instead.
Wow,
I'll do that another time. It's just I was curious because if Chris is coming back, typically when you see people starting to play a game again or something like that, that means that overall people are probably like a little bit playing again. So I was curious if people are coming back or not. Didn't they have a thing recently?
An expansion, yeah.
Yeah.
People are estimating about 6 to 7 million right now.
No one's playing Dark
That's what?
Souls
6
3.
to 7 million.
Okay, that's what I expected. What?
Said no one's playing Dark Souls 3 again. I went back to
Plenty of people are playing.
Well,
that.
and BlizzCon is happening, or just happened as of recording, and they announced things for the new expansion that they're already working on. So,
Jesus.
Well, they're going to have to keep the game.
well,
Legion's already a year old as far as expansions go.
Oh, wow. It's been that long already?
Yeah.
That's like a smart ass thing. I know it wasn't,
wow.
but oh wow, it's already been that long.
Yeah.
I was like, that's actually, that's
pretty-
no fucking idea.
I'll say it's still pretty fast for Blizzard.
It is.
I'm not
It
even.
is.
I'm not obviously. I'm not a fan of WoW, but like I as I've gotten older, I respect it, and it's gonna last for a long time because it's World of Warcraft, and I mean like EverQuest and EverQuest 2 still exists. A bunch of legacy MMOs are still around. Lineage 2, it just is getting expansion.
It's getting released on this very shortly, too.
Yeah, so I mean
Which I'm
like
kinda
maybe
curious
that's
to
what I
try.
keep seeing.
Yeah.
But I keep seeing stuff about Lineage 2. I'm like, that shit's still around. So like,
Coming back out.
World of Warcraft's gonna keep trucking, and fucking a lot of new stuff you told me about it is actually interesting to me. So
If you load on your computer, I'll let you play mine for a while.
I'm slightly curious to see what's new in it. It's been it's like
You
it's
keep
like
that
fucking
plague off mine.
it's fine. It's like candy corn. Every once in a while, I like to see why I'm not playing it.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just really interesting. I was just curious about the population because I want to know how healthy it is for how long it's been out. Because it's gonna go down. It's gonna keep going down. But there are lifelong
Enthusiasts.
players who are going to play it until that game is
for
gone.
sure.
Well, and back when Burning Legion, the first expansion for Warcraft came out, they said they had enough
Burning
to do
Crusade.
like, or thank you, God, I'm old. Burning Crusade came
It
out.
keeps coming up. we're all just dying.
They had enough content lore-wise for the game to do 11 more expansions after that. This is the 5th expansion. They were going on their 6th.
I remember years ago too. They said like that was one of their like they weren't going to be making many expansions. It was before Pandaria, whatever the fuck it's called.
Warlords of Draenor? No, that's a Cataclysm.
Because they were still talking about Titan or whatever, and they were like banking on that being like the next MMO.
Because that became
Overwatch.
Turn
became
Overwatch, turn
Yeah.
into one of the biggest games in the fucking world. So
That if you make a game with a gun in it, you're copying Overwatch. So
Which is dumb because Overwatch took ideas from fucking other places.
So isn't that the standard for Blizzard games though? Like they take ideas from other smaller games and then they make it their own, or they make a version of
they
it.
just make an awesome.
they
then-
make it work really well.
And then everybody says it's based off their games.
Which, as if
Feels
you've
really
been
like
watching the channel anyways, we don't complain about that aspect of
No,
in
no,
the
not
game
at all.
industry at all. In fact, we usually embrace it because it makes people make better versions of those games. But to the point of people saying everything's a Blizzard game, fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, we always try to be really fair about that, like to be detailed about that. It's more so like the idea of the originality aspect's annoying, but
Yeah.
like, does Blizzard make good games? You can't deny that. I mean,
No,
they're
if someone
great.
came out tomorrow with a game that played just like Overwatch as well, and it was a better game, I would embrace that 100%.
Sure.
Because why would you not want better games?
Yeah, and
So-
you need competition because then people get bored and stagnant.
Yeah.
And they don't have to try. So, it's just funny. Like every once in a while, we'll talk about the Blizzard thing. I'm always worried somebody's gonna come into the channel. They don't know who the fuck we are. They're gonna hear us go like, Overwatch isn't 100% original, and they're gonna go, "Oh, they're fucking haters." They're gonna dislike us, or they're gonna say some shit on the comments. We never get that. The only time we ever get some shit is anytime we make a joke about Xbox, because one of the 5 people who play it are like, "Fuck these guys," and they keep coming back and downvoting us.
Which is ironic
which is rude.
because, recently with Cuphead and Forza and stuff like that, not saying bad things. We like the stuff.
they
It's
actually
just
Fucking over half this crew has Xboxes. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, and I really like the console a lot. I just
Need some games.
want to play it,
in fact, they're adding the gifting soon.
which
Which
is
is
awesome.
smart.
Which is fucking
Yeah.
awesome. And Cuphead is like game of the year material. It's fucking dope.
It's really good.
Forza 7 is a good game. I haven't been a Forza fan like for most of the fucking franchise.
Yeah.
And Horizon 3 is, I've already said, one of the best arcade races I've ever played. And Forza 7 is a competent semi-sim racer. So, yeah. They just need to hurry up and release another Halo or whatever is the next thing that they're going to release. I like Halo, but I wish they would make some new shit. Crackdown, is that out?
No, it got delayed in the spring.
No, stop.
No, I was asking because that's the only thing I know that they're releasing. They had that one game that
Just
looked
remake
amazing.
Scalebound. Come on.
Just make Scalebound.
Come on. Do it.
Or let it go somewhere else because that game looked really good.
Maybe those guys that we talked about on Tuesday fucking can buy that up and make an empty version of it.
Reloaded?
Yeah.
I
Reload
don't.
my balls, you bastard.
I don't see
Scalebound.
platinum.
Those guys.
I guess it's just say
Scalebound
Microsoft.
Unleashed.
Microsoft ain't gonna sell that shit to some small company like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, you guys flip houses? Fuck off. Get out of here. Get off my fucking porch. Shoe. I'm gonna get my gun.
Just chasing him around with a broom.
Yeah, so we went all over the place with that one. Anything else to add to that at all?
I have one of every class now. It's getting that bad.
Sounds like
getting that bad. You just started replaying.
Yeah. It's getting
It's
that bad.
getting bad. He's playing it. It's
I'm a
getting
paladin
bad.
at level 40. I got it at level 40 in like 2-3 days.
I think about fucking say 2-3 minutes. I'm like, whew, that game's cruising.
that keeps changed.
Heirloom gear helps a lot.
Heirloom gear.
It's gear that
Good
literally
levels
gives you
with you.
more experience.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, and for the record, just throwing it out there one more fucking time, Blizzard's awesome. Xbox is awesome. Cleared the air. Okay, so I have 3 videos for us to watch. Yes, there is a Monster Hunter video we will be reacting to. We've actually gotten some really great comments that we really appreciate. By the time this episode airs, we might be over 200 subs, which would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
All the new people to the channel, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
Hope you enjoy our content. And yeah, we love Monster Hunter just like you guys do. We also have a lot of other things. So with that, we're going to be watching a video, new video for Super Mario Odyssey that's coming out soon this month. It is a new video, so we'll be watching that. Square Enix is making a racing game called Gravel. We got an 8-minute video of that, so that's going to be really interesting to watch.
Making a lot of weird stuff lately.
And yeah, Monster Hunter will be watching a video on the new crafting options, combo list, and shortcuts. So trying to get into more of the systems of Monster Hunter because we've watched a lot on the combat, which is awesome. But I want to know more about the finer details of it. So before we get into that, anything you guys want to say before we watch Mario?
He's a ghost.
This is just going to be for fun because I don't think I need to be sold on this.
I'm like I said, I'm about to buy a Switch for this game.
He's a ghost.
He's a ghost? Is that a theory? Is that a thing you thought up? Or is that a...
That's the thing I thought of. Because he possesses people with his hat. It's a goddamn ghost man.
Sure,
That's why he doesn't look like regular humans.
Just not a parasite.
Is he Patrick Swayze?
Is the thing?
I want to see him sitting behind a
Princess
rabbit,
Peach.
a rabbit version of him doing the pottery. While the princess rabbit is fucking just pissed.
With Luigi in his vacuum in the background getting ready to suck him up.
Yeah. You know, Luigi in the background getting dragged off by those shadow demons while the fucking scream his ass to hell. If you ever seen Ghost, watch that movie. It's horrifying. No! Okay, let's watch it. Watch Ghost, you haven't. We're all there for that moment.
Oh, it's an old reference movie.
Yep. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze. Oh, let's fucking watch the end of. Woo! Let's just watch the end of this. This player sucks. I think it's the GameSpot. Get your shit together.
There's that weird hat ship thing.
First off, looks fucking great.
The Metro Kingdom.
Love the run. He's thick.
It's crazy. He's like in a city.
And
This is a very
Seaside Kingdom.
good looking game.
The water looks great.
It does.
Ooh, this game looks awesome.
You got wet?
This is what I
Ooh.
want.
Trotting game.
Yes, the sombrero.
Mario
Damn.
Odyssey.
Yes.
Mario
I thought they literally just
He
had
was
that.
nose had physics.
Pimp Bowser?
Very unwelcome wedding.
A whole
I think it's supposed to be
generation.
like his
Joining
tuxedo.
him on
He's
the
looking
journey
good.
is the heroic hat-shaped Cappy.
See, look, hat.
Cappy's a ghost.
He's a ghost. He's possessing Mario. Mario's
Well,
a ghost.
Princess Peach's crown was possessed too.
What the fuck?
It's Pazuzu.
Thanks to Cappy's powers, Mario can use his cap in all
I can use
sorts of
Cappy
new
to
ways.
reach new areas, which
Oh.
I love. That's awesome. Reveal hidden things, take out bad guys.
He also gains the incredible brand
Capture.
new capture ability.
Pokemon.
With capture, if Mario throws Cappy
This
at
makes me
any
kind of
foe,
excited to see what just graphically what Smash Bros eventually is going to look like.
Hammer Brothers
Yeah.
can be captured too.
That's
Oh,
so
you
good.
Oh,
need
frying pan.
Everything.
Oh, he's a car.
Mario do all
And electricity.
Damn, he's pissed.
The fuck is that thing? Oh,
Mario can
Chiquio,
explore to his
tall
heart's
bird.
content.
cheap cheap. And the tank.
This is scary. There's a war going on?
Essential to Mario and
This
Cappy's
hat-shaped
adventure
ship
is the
is the
cap-shaped
Odyssey.
airship, the Odyssey.
Okay.
Hey, we got that.
It's
What is he,
powered
what
by
is he
power
scared
moons,
of?
which are
Something
scattered
happened on
all
that ship?
over the world.
You got a
The
moon.
essence of
Gather
power moon, the
enough
more
power
power moons you
and the
collect, the
Odyssey
further
will
you can
have the
travel.
power
I was really
There's
hoping.
This game stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really hoping they'd be more like Lucky Charms, just like one of different shapes of
Some
different
power moons
colors.
are tucked out of sight. Others are
Oh,
defeating
damn,
enemies and
girl.
different tasks. There are lots of ways.
Hey,
to
it's those
find
caterpillar things.
There's so much new shit in this.
Oh.
Normally there's like one new thing they
explore
had.
the world thoroughly.
Yeah.
Just possessing
This
everything.
is like a
That's so cool.
legit-
Sequel or new Mario game.
Look,
You know, fish out kart racers.
The Crazy Cap retail chain has stores all
crazy
over the
cap
world.
store.
Pay them a visit.
Fuck,
to
you can
spend
make
your
them have different
present
hats?
on the finest
This is
of
Team
regional
Fortress 2
wares.
Simulator.
It is different outfits.
Damn.
Oh shit, there's
Change
costumes.
Mario's outfit to suit your mood and explore the world in
That's
style.
dope.
Console
Painter.
seller, man.
Hard hat. Ice climber.
Oh my god, I want
When
that.
you're on a trip, You've got
That's
it.
a real dinosaur.
The
Yes.
time freezing snapshot mode lets you do just that.
What the fuck is Mario if there's
You can
fucking
change
actual
angles.
real people
That's what
walking
people are
around?
saying, man. They're like, Mario can't be human.
Alternate reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you can zoom
That's the
in.
theory.
Add filters.
Oh damn.
I think he's a
Or
ghost.
rotate
I just
for a
made up this
vertical shot
theory.
you can use as a
I think
smartphone
that's why
tracker.
he's circular and
This is
round.
my theory.
Because I think he flies
There are a
around.
variety of
I
minigames
made
to
this
discover
up.
throughout your
Oh.
journey.
Koopa race. Oh yeah, like Mario's gonna lose the fucking jump rope contest.
Connect to the internet to see scores and times of other players and friends the world over.
The Japanese people are
If
so
you
good at
prefer
games.
playing cooperatively with a friend,
Oh.
two-player mode, then
Two-player?
pass with a Joy-Con controller.
Yeah, someone
one
By
person
working
can
together,
play Cappy.
combining your powers as
Damn.
Mario and Cappy, you can
kinda
defeat
like,
powerful enemies.
Mario Sunshine or Super Mario Galaxy.
Galaxy. How
Yeah.
one person collected
Loved
bits.
ones who aren't used to action games might also enjoy
Oh,
the
assist
simple
mode is
okay.
like the tell me where to go thing. Yeah.
Sounds like an easy
features like
mode.
arrows that help keep you on
It's good for
the critical
kids.
path.
It makes it accessible.
And a quick return
Well,
to
and like
save
people
will be
who
possible
don't even really
days
play a whole
before.
Ooh, let's go to fucking
Players can freely
people
swap
don't even
in
play a
and
whole
out
lot of video
both
games know what
two-player
Mario
mode
is. They're
and
gonna be more
assist
inclined to
mode.
play it. What up, baby?
Was that Carmen San Diego?
Yes, we found her.
Shit.
She's
Oh, that
located
was-
there.
Daisy.
Oh. Goombas.
He's right
Oh.
back.
Oh.
What is this song, man?
Damn.
This is showing a lot of shit.
Yeah. Ah!
Oh, the dog.
Yeah. So he's trying to marry Peach finally.
Mario's even dressed up for the wedding.
Get ready for Mario's globe-trotting adventure.
Maybe it's Peach and Mario's wedding, actual wedding. Then.
I think Mario's stepping back and finally letting it happen.
Man, the 27th this month.
Amiibo.
Super Mario
Buy that.
Odyssey is compatible with Amiibo
Yeah, it
accessories.
shows.
These
Oh, the way
wedding-style
Amiibos work.
Amiibo give you in-game outfits
Oh.
and may come
Mario's
in
wedding
handy
outfit.
during
See,
your adventure.
Mario's wedding outfit.
That's what he thinks.
Was Bowser just trying to
All
run in
other
on his
currently
lady or
released
what?
Amiibo are also
Bowser's always been
Always.
always been
He's
trying to
been
run on
doing
this
since
lady.
1986.
Pay a visit to a kingdom and chat with Uncle
Is that
Amiibo
BB-8?
to use an Amiibo to mark a Power Moon's location on that kingdom's map.
Who the fuck's
These
Nintendo?
wedding-style Amiibo will be available both
Yeah.
individually and
Impressions.
as a set.
That was pretty fucking cool.
For more
It's a lot of
information
shit.
about
They
Super
showed a
Mario
crap load of
Odyssey
stuff,
game
and
Amiibo,
it
visit
just
Nintendo.com.
cemented more me wanting to buy the game.
Well, that's the funny thing is like Chevy said, already sold on it. That sold me even more. I didn't know if that was possible. So super excited, even though it doesn't sound like it.
There's a lot of shit you can possess. Like he was a fucking manhole cover and just across the
Yeah,
ground.
no shortage of ideas with them when
Who's
you
a
fucking when you're
taxi?
possessing that.
Yeah, they do the
tank?
crazy taxi.
Yes.
Crazy.
No, it looks good. I already said I was going to buy it, so I mean, there's not really a whole lot more to go off of that. I was pleased to see that it does look like, instead of just being like a rehash, a game, they actually spent time on it, which I really appreciate. So
Nintendo with the Switch being awesome, being a console for gaming, Zelda, Mario. I mean, they're on a streak, man. They're doing good.
And let's analyze just a little bit here that Mario and Peach are wearing wedding outfits. Bowser's wearing one. He's obviously kidnapping Peach to marry her. But if this is what I think it is Mario and Peach finally getting married, it's a big step in like Nintendo's like not just like their lore, but like the game
it's
itself.
bad timing for them because Mario's unemployed now.
Yeah, he's not a plumber, as they say anymore. Dude,
Yeah, how you
the
gonna?
motherfucker just runs around collecting money. Like,
Well, he's
how
married
he have-
into
that's why he
royalty.
doesn't
He
have
don't
to
need
work.
to have
Yeah,
a job.
Maybe that's it. He got
He's
a
like-
sugar mama.
Yeah.
He's literally Link from fucking the Legend of Zelda. He's like the princess's personal fucking bodyguard. Just saves her all the fucking time.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The relationship between Peach and Mario has been going on for a long time. It's been very PC, and you know, she makes him cakes and gives him a kiss on the cheek at the very end.
X-rated now.
No, but come on now.
You sure Cake
getting
isn't just like a
faded.
pseudonym?
Huh?
X-rated.
I said, are you sure Cake isn't just a pseudonym?
Well, I'm sure it is, but
have a sweet treat of my tasty pie.
Damn, all right.
But I think
No one should
I think
say that ever, especially like that.
they're going to be
I
a
have
little
sweet
more
treat in my taste of pie.
serious about this game as far as like content and gameplay and things like that, because it's going to be a bigger step in the Mario franchise of just like their characters are actually like committing, their relationship is more solid and lore wise.
I don't think they're gonna get married. I think it's all gonna get foiled. I think he's gonna dress up for what Bowser thinks is his wedding, and he's gonna infiltrate like Solid Snake, and he's gonna fucking
Yeah, it's an espionage mission.
get fucking Bowser in the headlock and
too
fucking
into
and he's gonna pass out, and then you're gonna go and shoot him in the head with
I
the
can just
silencer.
see you now. You're just going to play the whole game as Mario possessing a cardboard box and just kind of scooting
Fuck
around.
yeah, I am.
No, you just
know me
gotta,
too well.
dude. Just cut out the middle, man. Possess Bowser and make him walk off a cliff.
Bowser, oh,
I'm gonna possess a fucking USP SOCOM, a pistol, and fucking float over there. And go, boom! Like, hey Bowser, bitch. Fucking pop.
So that.
either
Get your mom to sew that.
Peach and Mario getting married, or their possessed hats are actually characters that were married.
Maybe they're getting married.
Destined to
The
get married,
hats.
and since they're possessing Mario and Peach and Bowser, they're
We're on the theories.
influencing them.
That's the true story. It's not Mario's journey anymore. It's his hat's journey.
Yeah.
It's Cappy's adventure.
Cappy's got a job. Mario doesn't. Cappy's game. Let us know in the comments your favorite theory on Cappy, the game. All right, so we talked about Square Enix making a racing game. Apparently, they showed this off a little bit a while back.
Publisher.
It just says Square Enix racing game. So I don't care about that. But this is not the first time doing this, because they actually made a motorcycle racing game back in the day for PS2 called something trophy or champion trophy, something like that. I played it. It was awful. So I'm interested to see what they do with this, because Square, just like Nintendo, has kind of been back on track, playing it safe, but making good games again. So it's interesting to see them, whether they're making it or publishing it, jump into a genre that they don't really do much anymore. So,
But where they started.
oh yeah. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This isn't Final Fantasy. No, you're right.
Final Fantasy, if I'm not mistaken, was their third game.
This ain't the last fantasy you're thinking about.
What the fuck they make? Rad Racer?
Yep.
Oh, that was exactly it, huh?
They made Rad Racer. Rad Racer 2 weren't doing well. Last ditch effort. Their last game, potentially, Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
And people love
Cappy's Adventure.
it. So,
Let us know your favorite theories about Cappy in Final Fantasy series.
if they would have stuck to racing games, they wouldn't be here anymore.
Maybe they would have killed it if they made another one. Maybe they should have made like fucking.
No, I like where they went.
Final Ferrari Fantasy.
Nope. I like where they went.
Just on the beach cruising.
No use changing history. Can't change it.
Hot babes and buff dudes.
Oh God, no.
All right, let's see this
Grease.
racing game.
John Travolta.
Gravel is a brand new racing game from Square Enix.
Grapple?
It's got an exclusive look
Those
and
licensed
theme.
cars.
Look good.
Wild Rush, Speed Cross, and Stadium mode.
What is that? The DeLorean?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
That thing looks like a fucking
In
DeLorean.
the comments below.
That's gravel, dog.
Everything's red and white.
Looks like there's different variations of cars. And I don't mean different models. Like, he has a spare tire on his back. And the tracks are really open. It is like a arcadey kind of racer.
I wasn't expecting Sim.
Well, I mean, but these are like old racing games open, like MotorStorm.
He keeps getting points for doing jumps and things like that. Drifting, high speed, multipliers. Is this going to be an all off-roading game?
That's what
It's called
seemed.
gravel, so I'm assuming so.
Fuck that.
I just
view.
want to know what differentiates it from any other racing game, because this looks generic. I don't know. Graphically, it looks okay. I'd like to see the grass or the dirt have some kind of interesting thing to it. I mean, like, Codemasters has made off-road games for a long time that have some really cool effects.
Yeah. Oh, shortcut.
Shortcut.
I don't know. The steering and the sound of the car don't look right for what it's doing. It seems to be accelerating extremely quick for being an off-road car.
I don't see a whole lot of damage.
Do a flip. Dude, you're in last place.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, he's not doing too good.
The journalists in gaming need to get better.
This is that guy everyone's pissed at.
Who fails at Cuphead?
You know what I think
tutorial.
of when I look at this so far? Beetle Adventure Racing.
Yeah, this reminds me of something that would have came out in like the original Xbox.
Like flat out.
Yeah, for sure.
God, he's only 59% done with the
It
race.
doesn't look bad. Just nothing compelling.
Jump the train!
Oh shit, Stuntman. Remember that fucking game?
Yeah.
Was that Quarry?
Oh, this
Don't
is
fall
Mars
off.
and Red Faction.
Don't fall off.
Hey.
Confused on why it says Square Enix. Because the Steam listing is not.
Trying to disavow any fucking connection between this and Square.
No, I'm just trying to figure out if they're
This is not
publishing
theirs.
the game.
I haven't Square fucking tarnished this shit. They're tarnishing
I like
themselves
how
in this
they're going
garbage.
to tarnish this. This game's too good for us.
That point system looks very Horizon-esque.
This,
Yeah.
that's fine. Fucking people need to take that. This track looks a lot more interesting than the first one.
Yeah, the first one was just verdant
Oh,
fields
oh,
in a
oh.
forest.
Look at that physics. Just, no.
Fucking Zeppelin, get out of here.
What does that say? Gravel channel? Or Hannel? I didn't see a C.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wonder, there's like balloons in that Zeppelin. I wonder if it is like Horizon, like the festival.
Probably. Wouldn't be the first or last to do a festival in the game.
That's the same fucking tent as for fucking Horizon 3.
I don't think they exist.
No.
This is the most interesting thing I've seen so far.
It's got that weird, like, that zoom in parts kind of remind me of Need for Speed. It's kind of got that Need for Speedy arcadey look
And
to
Horizon. Also.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that dirty ass Dirt 2. That was just plagued.
Who
by
was
traffic
racing with the
pastrami.
Scion?
Guy who's trying to fucking grind on that fucking rail. This is the new Tony Hawk game.
Rail grind.
Tony Hawk's Extreme Driving.
50-50.
They're just publishing it.
I don't know why.
And for console. The PC version's coming out by the actual developer, which is called Milestone. We don't know why.
Is this part of that?
'Cause they get a piece of the pie.
Is this part of that that indie branch that Square Enix is kind of opening up?
Kind of opening up. It's been going on for years. Most of the I Am Setsuna is one of those games. That wasn't made by Square.
Really?
Yeah.
Showing the Zodiarcs.
Same. Yeah. So
All the
Square
drifting.
doesn't actually make too many games. They release a lot of games though.
Well, they're one of the big publishers in Japan still. That
There's
still
nothing
exists.
going on in the background or anything. Like,
They also publish a lot of manga in Japan. Actually, one of the new things they're doing is manga in VR now. So
sounds dirty.
Bye.
Oh, got him.
There you go. Just reverse it.
Yeah, just race it like that. Stop being a pussy.
Look at you from first to last.
What's new?
Even the stadium people look flat.
This is
This is
Iron
Wario.
Man Off Road from NES.
This looks like a Wario circuit on N64's Mario Kart racing games.
Looks like
Wario
Overwatch.
They copy everything. Oh my! I am widely unimpressed.
Tell Shelby you're disappointed in Square Enix.
You can tell me. Yeah? Go ahead.
I saw a sign for Toyo tires. I use those tires.
You do?
I do.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
You need to take those fucking things off because you're licensed
Toyo.
into here.
Look how this game ruined us. Time to fucking retire them. It's just weird because like I'm for obviously getting in there and making your own racing game, fighting game, blah blah blah, but you gotta do something. You gotta do something to kind of distinguish yourself from the rest. Especially if you don't have like a name or a big company backing you. I mean, they should be adding like traps you can drop off the back of your vehicle and crazy damage. Like Burnout doesn't exist anymore, so fucking steal that idea. Like, do something.
I have like very gnarly track, since it's all mud, have a bunch of track fucking modification and stuff like that.
Thoughts?
I am fucking unimpressed, and I do not give a fuck about gravel.
Yeah, it's very. It just feels very empty, very hollow.
Yeah, it's weird because it feels like one of those like indie developed racing games, but it has polish to it enough that it's clean looking, it's competent looking. It just doesn't offer anything to really make it stand out. It looks like an indie developed racing game with a little bit more money.
What was that game you can play? So like pizza restaurants where it's like overhead view of 4 trucks and you just race around the mud in them. There's a red one, a yellow one, and a blue one.
Oh shit, yeah. You know the name of that?
Yeah, it was. I told you it was. Iron Man's off-road racing.
Is that what that's called?
The one that had the 3 steering wheels in the arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, red, blue.
Shit.
Yeah.
You're calling. I told you. He said. Yeah,
And
he
because
said
and because there's no silver wheel because that's Iron Man. You're facing off against him. So, because there's no silver.
Then yes, I completely agree with you. That's what it reminds me of. Just like a 3D version of that game.
Yeah, kind of. It probably would have been more interesting if they did do the top down.
Maybe.
Thoughts?
I don't really have positive or negative thoughts when it comes down to this. It just looks like a pretty average game across the board. But after looking up the company and the track record, that's all they've made since 1994 is racing games that are just kind of there.
What else do they do?
They have made, let's see, SBK, Superstars V8, Corvette Evolution, SBK again, Super Pickup, Superbike, Apex, Screamer Rally, MXGP, Alfa Romeo Racing Italiano. They're an Italian-based company. They did MotoGP 2008, and since then.
So they're the ones that ruined MotoGP.
Yeah.
God damn.
And a game called Ride. I mean, they just, like I said, they just make what it seems to be
generic racing games.
Yeah, pretty much. So
underwhelmed. I'm underwhelmed. I don't hate it, don't love it, don't care.
Basic AF.
I highly doubt it'll be a $60 game. It'll probably be, if I had to guess, 40. So
$10.
I still wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
That game was on fire. I wouldn't piss on it.
Jesus. God.
Honest truth.
All right, last video. It's only 6 minutes long. Monster Hunter World, new crafting options, combo listed shortcuts by our dude Arcs Gaming. Make sure to sub to him if you want comprehensive, really detailed analyses on Monster Hunter and other things. I figure I should plug him since we watch his stuff. Yeah, let's do it.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. And today we are talking about crafting, and by that I mean item crafting, the crafting you do either back in base or in the field. Basically, whenever you need a particular item that, well, needs to be crafted. This is, of course, a different topic to armor and weapon crafting, and that's something we've already covered in some detail when taking a look at the Hub Town. So if you've missed that, then I'll link that video down below. Of course, if you do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. And of course, be sure to comment down below if you have any questions.
Let's have the
Now,
video.
to begin with, for those of you that
Jaggy's
are
got
new to
gnarly.
Monster Hunter, outside of crafting weapons and armor at the smithy, you can also craft items yourself. Items that will typically be used either out in the field or in other crafting recipes. Examples being a mega potion, which you can make by combining a regular potion and some honey. Mega potions give you much more health on use, so they're a good item to have. Combining a trap tool with a thunderbug to make a shock trap. A large barrel and gunpowder to make a large barrel bomb. A catalyst and a rare steak to make dash juice. The list goes on. Quite literally, there are hundreds of combo recipes.
I try to make
Some will
every
give you
single one on
items
the
you
list
can use
every
straight up.
time.
Others will give you items that you
Cool.
feed back
It's
into
a lot
more
of
crafting
things.
recipes to ultimately end up with the item that you want.
He's chopping his
Combining
ankles.
items is a big part of the game.
Nice,
You'll combine
gonna kick him in the
items before you
face.
go on
Good.
quests, and
He fucking
sometimes
deserves
if
it.
you pinch, you can also do it out in the field if you need something extra, or if you're hunting in a particular way, say
Is that
sleep bombing,
wounds?
then you might combine in the field to get more bombs than you could otherwise carry. So in short, there are lots of uses for combining items, and it's something you
Nice
can make
dodge.
frequent use of. In Monster Hunter World, much like you have done in previous games, you can access your crafting list from your menu, and while for the most part crafting works pretty much the same way it always has done, as is the running theme for World, there are also some pretty neat quality of life changes on top. To begin with, this is your
That bush
crafting
looks
list.
good.
Items with names in white are items you currently have the required materials to craft. Items grayed out are combos that you have discovered but you don't have the necessary items for.
Nice,
And the question
nice.
marks are of course things that you haven't combined yet. At
But
this
you
stage,
can.
I don't know whether combo books are still a thing. I didn't have any in my inventory during my time playing at Gamescom, but that doesn't mean to say they don't exist. I just haven't seen them myself. For those of you that are new to the series, combo books are items you carry.
It's kind of a dumb
or
thing,
store
but
in
I'm
your
kind of glad
box
they
to
kept all
improve your
the
chances of
same
successfully
symbols for all the
combining
stuff in the
items.
inventory, because
Basic
they could have
items like
definitely like
potions are easy to craft, but
upgraded
rare
that
items
look
Yeah.
because the game looks better now. But
It's part of the
people
characteristics of the game,
are so
though.
used to it. Yeah.
or reduce the failure rate, 'cause if you got a
Like,
lot
I'm kind of
or
like
combination
confused
items
as to,
like
or not
jump.
confused, but kind of sad that there's no more
But anyway, back to
paintballs.
your hand, you can now tab
Yeah, it's
between
kinda
different
weird.
pages. The first page is all of your crafting recipes, but you can then filter it by things like potions, traps, and similar items.
Okay,
and ammo types.
that's nice.
Additionally, you can swap between the full list or what is currently craftable based on the items you currently hold. And what is without a doubt one of the most awesome changes, something I know a lot of existing players will be very happy about, you can now specify how many of an item you want to craft. In the past, you simply
Good.
hold the button
So,
and combo
beep, beep,
items
beep, beep, beep,
literally
beep, beep,
until
beep,
you hit the
beep.
So you were
required
talking
amount.
about
Now,
earlier.
you can simply select the box, specify the number you want to craft, hit craft, and bam, it's done. So in the space of one press, you could have, say, 20 items, which is
Mega
incredibly
potion.
useful and saves a lot of time. Something else that's changed is that
Streamlining.
basic potions now no longer need herbs and blue mushrooms. They are instead just simply made with a handful of herbs alone.
Oh.
The other recipes seem to be pretty much the same, but there may well be a few changes that we just haven't seen
That's interesting.
just yet.
Oh,
They
There is
simplified
another
that.
option that was present at the bottom of the menu, the ability to toggle auto crafting on and off. Sadly, I don't have gameplay of this in action, but essentially what this allows you to do is to specify a selection of items that you want auto-crafted.
Nice.
Then as you explore
That's
the
cool.
world and collect them, anytime you have the required amount,
That's
the items
super
will be
nice.
crafted
Oh,
for you.
God.
So let's say you always wanted
It's gonna
to
have
stay
all the
in
health
stock
shit
of
on.
mega potions.
all the health and all the traps. I always carry all the traps.
Regular potions,
That's awesome.
anytime you
Carry
picked
any
up
fucking
honey,
traps.
then a mega
Really?
potion would
What if you're playing a ranged
automatically
character too,
craft
ammos?
for you based on
Yeah,
the
well,
items
if you're
you
playing
want
like a
to.
bow gun, yeah,
Which is
because
super
bows you don't make
However,
ammo.
Right,
auto
right.
crafting aside, at this point you might be thinking, especially if you're new to the series, well, hold
Trap
on a minute,
that
this is
bitch.
cool and everything, but if I'm in a
Trank
pinch
bomb
and I
him.
need
What
to
are you
craft
doing?
quickly, am I really going to have to dive into the menu, scroll through and
Trank
find
bomb
out
it.
what I want, select how many I want to craft, and then craft it? And the answer is no. No, you won't, or at least not always. By now, you should all be familiar with the radial menu, a new menu that complements the existing scrolling menu and is a means to quickly access a selection of items. You can customize what's on this radial menu. You can put your most used items here, things like potions,
So
traps,
much better than
stakes,
fucking
Just
going through
scanning through the list.
Yeah. Ugh.
I mean, it looks like you can still do that.
Yeah, kinda. But I'm glad that they have a quick menu.
Or something like that. But better still, you can map crafting recipes to this menu too. In this instance, I just mapped the craft mega potion here. So if I was out in the wild or was fighting a new monster, I'd used up my 10 mega potions and wanted to craft some more from, say, the honey and potions I had on me, I could flick to this and do it.
Oh,
instantly.
nice.
Or to go back to an earlier example, sleep bombing. Let's say I put the monster to sleep, I planted some bombs, I detonated them, and I then wanted to craft a fresh set of bombs, then I could map that to the wheel, flick to it, and I'm back in the action without having to dive into the menu, which is super handy.
That's really
Yeah,
nice.
that's
Also,
awesome.
whilst on the topic of customization, you can also customize the order of items in your regular horizontal scrolling menu. You can move things around, swap things out, etc. So again, just giving you the flexibility to place things in the most useful
Sort
order
yourself out,
possible.
mate.
Here's what I see now: is the radial wheel for me is going to be the use of the items, and the horizontal one from like classic is going to be crafting all the items. Like craft this, craft this, craft this. And
It's a pretty good idea, yeah.
I haven't edited yet, so expect some more videos over the coming weekends. But for the time being, that is it.
No, it's the new monster.
Thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.
Probably
Next
haven't
time,
here for the
peace out.
constant.
I actually, in fact, I'll talk about it here in a second.
You can talk about it right now.
So, a long time ago, we talked about how we do gaming hype, and I always avoid it because when I jump into something, I like to be just pleasantly surprised. So this is the first video of Monster Hunter Worlds I've actually seen. I don't watch them because that squirrel suit I thought was fucking neat, and if I ever just saw that in the game, I'm like, fuck, I have a squirrel suit, that's fucking dope. You know, so I mean, like, it's just like those little moments I actually savor and enjoy when it comes to new games. But not saying this soured anything, because it only just made everything like, holy fuck, this game's gonna be fucking amazing. Because we all are fans of Monster Hunter. Some of us are super fans, and but no, it was that was awesome. That was fucking awesome. Seeing the game in motion, seeing everything work together.
Not so bad. That was your first video you watched.
How it
It looks like a baby intro.
Yeah.
how it has it's still like, it seems like it moves like Monster Hunter, just a little more fluid.
If you saw some of the combat videos, I think a little more fluid is an understatement.
Oh yeah. You do some crazy shit.
He was swinging on vines and shit like that. So yeah, so this is actually awesome, and it kind of did the opposite of what I usually do, and it's actually pumped me up more for it instead of.
You should be pumped because, I mean, literally, I feel like the philosophy on the team, like, for making this game was like, we already have an awesome game. How can we make it better? And with everything they looked at, they're like, okay, this is cool. How can we make that better?
Well, how can we bring this to console, make it seem like it belongs on console, and bring new players in and get them into this as well without scaring them off?
And not alienate old.
Yeah, I would say everything they've literally without going through too much of it, because I don't want to ruin too much for you if you want some surprises. They've taken a lot of care with this game in every way possible, I think. So, and it's if you ever go to the comment sections below the videos and stuff, people are just super excited for this game. Like, every time we release a video, you guys are awesome. You're like, there's another one, check this one out too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you're excited along with us. It's great. So,
And on that too, like, keep throwing some stuff at us on Monster Hunter or anything you want. Like, we like discussing everything in gaming. We're huge Monster Hunter fans like you guys. So if there's a video that we missed, even that came out a while back that we haven't covered, or something that just came out, let us know. And like I said, also, any other game you want to, like, you're excited about it, you want to hear what we have to say about it, throw it at us. We'll probably watch it. I'm just glad that you got to experience. I mean,
we've been living it for weeks.
Yeah, last thing is I've been, because I've been absent for filming, I've been actively avoiding the Tasty Cast because
rude.
I don't want to sour it, like I want to, like when Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out, everybody was watching all the weapon videos and stuff like that. And the first time I picked up a chainsaw in the game, I was like, this is fucking dope. I didn't know about it.
I'm similar, but I'm also really weird about, first off, I buy shit like fucking just like, I want that and I buy it. And it's not necessarily a smart thing, but I do it. But I also will do a shitload of research, whether in that moment or preemptively before I do it. And same thing with video games. It's hard for me to just buy something without knowing for sure that I want it. And sometimes I still buy a game and I'm like, I probably shouldn't have bought that. But most of the time I'm fine with it. But I am the same way in the sense of when I'm actively playing a game. I don't like to look at guides, wikis, or try and find out where I'm going to go in a skill tree early on, or find out what armor or weapons or items I'm going to be looking for later in the game, because I don't like preemptively planning the game out before I've actually played it, because I like the element of surprise. Once the surprises are gone, like Rob, and I love you to death, Rob is the opposite. He likes to be in control 100%, and a lot of people do, and that's fine. Everybody plays differently. It's cool. But he'll be like telling me about stuff further in the game that we haven't gotten to that part of the game yet, and I'm like, I want to get there and go, whoa, this is awesome. So in the same way, I don't like to know too much about the game as I'm playing it, but I do like I like getting hyped on shit, and I do like knowing about something I'm planning on purchasing.
I think in the same regards of movies, though, that's the responsibility of the people bringing out and making the videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trailers for movies come out all the time. Sometimes the trailers are really good. Sometimes the trailers don't advertise it well at all. And sometimes they show you the whole movie.
Show the whole fucking movie.
And, that's up to the people who are releasing the content for the games. Are they going to show too much? Are they going to show really bad footage to sell their game? I mean, I view it exactly the same. And I'm not saying what you're doing is the wrong or right way to do it. I mean, that's just the way you fall into it. But I think I've just kind of embraced that aspect personally, and that's why I don't mind, like, if they show off a bunch of stuff, I just go for it. And in most cases, and even watching weeks of Monster Hunter stuff now, they've barely shown anything. They keep repeat showing things and kind of like going, oh, here's a little extra thing, and a lot of it recently now has just been like more the tech stuff on it, which is great, because it's not really ruining the experience of the game for me. I was getting a little worried with all the like, here's the next map, here's the next, then they only showed 2. I don't want to see too much. I want to. When
they show the same areas of those maps too, though, because when you look at the map of the original area, we've only seen that area near the water, in a cave, and up in a nest.
Yeah, you're not getting a full walkthrough.
Yeah, they're not like, oh, if you go around this corner, that corner, blah, blah, blah.
I think they're being responsible and smart about it, while still giving enough to obviously create hype.
It's amazing that they've shown so much on the game, and they're not doing what I consider the opposite, which is Watch Dogs. Yeah. Watch Dogs showed so much gameplay for years before that game came out, that when I played it, I felt like I had played it already.
No, for sure. They've been showing off stuff, but this game comes out the beginning of the year, when we're almost there. So,
and Monster Hunter is a more technical game anyway than like a lot of games, and there is a lot of things that translating from mobile console to a console, they are making changes and differences, and these are things that we should probably know before we hop into it. They're not spoilers. They're just like, hey, the system they used to use has been changed and streamlined, and now you can expect this. I'm not like, oh man, I wanted to know about that as I played it. I'd rather, it's like opening up a manual and going like, okay, this is how this system works. I'm like, okay, cool. So otherwise, we're just watching combat.
I think Monster Hunter though has always been really good about that in their advertisements for their gameplays. It's always just like basic stuff, is like, here's what's happening. We're kind of tweaking these systems here and there. They give you a glimpse of a couple of newer monsters, but beyond that, there's usually like 10 other monsters I've never seen before in the game that they just throw in there.
Right.
So I think they're always pretty cautious, and they have a good setup for how they showcase these games. And I think that's what's happening with this one.
Even showing like the monsters or whatever, they're not like, this is the blah blah blah, he's got these 6 moves. Like when we fight him, I'm still going to be surprised at what they are going to throw at me.
Yeah, I mean, even like with one of them, we saw the hunter got covered in like this mossy stuff. We don't know what that is.
We're still speculating.
We don't even know if that came from the monster itself.
Yeah,
just enough to create conversation and hype.
Yep.
Exactly. Which is perfect.
Puff Bat, yeah.
Puff Bat. Long live Puff Bat. It's true, dude. Go in the comments.
No, I know. I read them.
Yeah. We're going to keep that thing alive. It's the one monster hunters need to save. They're too cute.
We'll stop all hunters from hunting it.
Yeah. Good luck.
We're gonna work on that together. We're gonna save the Puff Bat. Any last words on Monster Hunter or anything else that we've talked about? It is 5 a.m.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm glad to see quality of life stuff. That's always something I want to see with every game. The farther it goes, and learning lessons, how to make the game easier to play, especially, and I'm not trying to say this to be mean, but especially Japanese games, quality of life stuff is huge because they're very fond of menus.
Menus and very systematic stuff.
Which I appreciate in slow-paced games, but in action games, I don't want to go through menus.
Yeah. That's one of the things that killed. Not killed because I like Monster Hunter, but like I don't like playing handheld stuff. It's just a preference of mine. There's nothing bad about it. If you like it, it's cool. But because of the limitation of the buttons and the processing power of a handheld and stuff like that, there's a lot of menus in Monster Hunter, and that was the part that always kind of like slowed down the process of the game. There's charm to it, but at the same time, I'm just so excited for this one just because it's just like it's big, it's bold, it's ambitious, and it just looks like it works really well. It has all the stuff that we expect from the games, just in a way that's just like it's a true evolution of the series, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Anything else?
Please bring back a lot of the older monsters. I love them all.
I love them all. Bring all of them back.
All of them.
Let us know in the comments what monsters you'd like to see brought back. All of them, some of them, specific ones. You want to save Puffbat? Which one?
A Kieran.
Which one's
The
that?
lightning unicorn that gives you the really revealing costume for both men and women.
Bring that one back for sure.
5 a.m. yawns right there.
But I think it's going to do it for this episode of the Tastecast, episode 42. Crazy, we got 42. Let's do 42 more. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr and Twitter, Tasty Gaming. Check out the streams on the channel if you missed them. They're uploaded. Check them out on Twitch. Check them out on Twitch. Tasty_fruit. Tasty Loot Josh. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Josh.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And by now, 200 subs. Hopefully. It'd really suck if we fucking went back.
Just a random fucking plummet right before this comes out.
But yeah, small milestone for most. For us, it's awesome. Never expected that. So it's awesome to see people want to stick around and talk with us about games. So thanks, guys. And hopefully you guys stick around. But until the next episode, have a good week, guys, and take it easy.